Good evening and welcome to Crawfordsville High School for tonight's varsity contest between the Attica Red Ramblers and your Crawfordsville Athenians. This is Scott Smith along with Mike Schubert bringing you tonight's game. Mike, Crawfordsville coming in tonight off a very hard-fought battle last night against the Lebanon Tigers. How do you think we'll bounce back tonight?
Well, you never know about a Saturday night. Yeah. But, yes, it was very physical. It was a very tough game. I think Coach Parrish will have them ready. He seems to be the type that knows what to do to get them back going.
Yeah. Yeah, and David, this is Crawfordsville's first back-to-back trip, really. I mean, they played Greencastle last Tuesday and then Benton Central on Saturday.
Right.
So first back-to-back of the season for the Athenians. It's always interesting to see how guys will come out, even late, especially later in the season on a back-to-back, and how they'll bounce back and how they'll respond. So Attica comes into this game 0-2. Athenians come in 2-1. Attica lost last night to Clinton Prairie 55-32. So, Mike, you and I have coached younger levels a lot here, and we always tell the guys, hey, these WRC schools, we're the big school to them. And the thing they want to do, they're going to give you their best effort, and I imagine we're going to see that from Attica tonight.
I'm sure we will, yes. They always like to take on the sack.
Wow. Alabama just took a 35-28 lead over Georgia. Wow. Georgia dominated that football game, so that's unfortunate for those guys. But anyway, hey, starting lineups for Attica. Starting at guard, starting for them, number 2, Alton Martin. He's a 6'5" senior. Number 13 is Jude Sheridan. He's a 5'10" senior. Number 20, Chase Little, is a 6'3" senior. Number 22, Seth Hartman, is a 5'11" junior. And Brant Pattengale is a 6'3" sophomore. So 3 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore starting for Attica. And now for the Athenians, you can probably hear a little bit through our microphones, but Karsten Williamson, a 6-foot junior, is starting at one guard. Trey Scorza, another 6-foot junior, starting. He's number 12. Will Kellerman, a 6-foot senior. And then Cam Saunders, a 6'3" senior, and number 34, Jesse Johnson Hall, a 6'6" sophomore, 6'9" if you go by the height of his hair. So, Jesse brings the athleticism at the point for any type of zones, and with Saunders and Kellerman, and even Carson and Trey have played a lot of basketball out there for the Athenians. So
yes, they have.
Pretty seasoned group here for Crawfordsville coming in. Just waiting for the officials here to get it thrown up. David Pearson, I believe it's his 9th season with the Athenians.
9th season, yes.
Yeah, with the Athenians. So, Coach Sullivan and I were talking, a lot of stability now in the basketball program, thanks to Coach Pierce sticking around. Jesse Johnson Hall controls that tip. Trey Scorza will bring it up here for the Athenians. Looks like Attica's coming out in a man-to-man. I apologize for the Lebanon slip up there. Karsten Williamson takes the top of the key. It's like playing a little one-man here. They're going to hand it off to Kellerman. Kellerman will try to beat his guy off the dribble. His shot's up, no good, gets his own rebound. It's actually tipped there by Seth Hartman. Saunders with it over on the side, back out to Karsten Williamson. He'll set it up from the top of the key. Gets down the low post to Saunders. Saunders, nice pass to Williamson. He passes it down to Johnson Hall. He'll take it up and he'll be fouled.
They get the ball moving on that. They were patient.
Yep, nice job by Karsten.
Got it inside.
That foul's on number 20, Chase Little. That'll be his team's first.
Jesse Johnson Hall at the line.
Jesse Johnson Hall at the line with a chance to put the Athenians on the board here. Jesse was 2 for 4 last night from the line. That first one is up and good. 40 seconds in, give the Athenians a quick 1-0 lead. Here's his shot number 2 from Jesse. Shot is up and good. So 2-0 Athenians. Attica bringing it up the court here. Hartman dribbles it off his leg. Looks like the Athenians are coming out in a little full court press. Might have got away with a little bit of a travel there. Here's a layup by number 20, Mess, pulled down by Saunders. He'll quickly give it up to Williamson. Williamson over to Kellerman in the corner. His three is short. Rebound comes down to Saunders, and he's going to be fouled. 2 big offensive rebounds in the opening series for the Athenians. That foul will be on Little again. That'll be his second. Boy, Chase Little, 6'3" senior, 2 fouls in the first minute 2 of the game. Wow, free throw up and good by Saunders.
First checks into the lineup for the Ramblers.
So Athenians 3 points off from the free throw line. They didn't shoot very well from the free throw line last night, Mike. So
no, they did not.
Good to see him come out and hit the first 4 here. That's excellent.
They might have worked on that this morning.
Yep, exactly. Athenians out in the full court pressure. Attica's having a tough time getting the ball in. They'll take a 30-second timeout. He may have just saved a 5-second call because I was watching the official. He was on his way back out for the
very close, very close
for the 5, and he barely got it in. So, how's Cam doing at Franklin?
Well, he's working at it.
Is he
he's
good?
Working at it. He's not getting much time yet, but he's a freshman. He's young.
Yep, exactly. A lot of times, freshmen, and then college doesn't get much playing time. So
he has to adjust.
Yep, exactly. It's a different game. It's different speed. It's amazing how fast the game is.
Yes.
And especially at the collegiate level.
Yep.
So no matter what division you're playing, it's very quick.
Yep.
So
bigger, stronger,
bigger, stronger, faster. And we say that here a lot, but it really builds on itself there. So this is number 13, Sheridan, bringing it up the court. He's got Johnson and scores a chaser.
Nice trap.
Yep. Boy, they barely got it across.
They broke it.
Nice pass, and another layup missed. That's 2 easy layups. That one was Pattengale. Saunders with his 2nd rebound of the night. Scores with it on the right wing. He'll kick it out over here to Johnson Hall. Jesse's going to eye a 3, and it's going to be short. Rebound comes down to Alton Martin. Athenians in a man-to-man defense. Looks like they're going to pick up full court on a make. That's a nice shot there by Alton Martin.
Rambler basket by number 2, Martin.
So 4-2, Athenians. Crawfordsville started really hot last night, hitting quite a few of their first 5 or 6 shots. Here's Johnson, 10 foot from the baseline. He'll knock that down. Give the assist to Trey Scorza. Make it 6-2 Athenians. Crawfordsville back in that full court man-to-man pressure. Yep, here comes Trey. They're going to kind of jump a little bit. And then, oh boy, Jesse let him get around him. Yep.
They broke it again.
Yep.
Missed another layup.
It's going to be out of bounds on Attica. Give the Athenians the basketball. 5:35 to go here in the first quarter. 6-2 Crawfordsville. Johnson Hall with 4 for the Athenians early. Boy, that's 3 point-blank layups, Mike.
It is.
That Attica just couldn't capitalize on.
They may need those later.
Jesse with the jump shot. That is one thing Jesse can do. If he's aggressive with the basketball, he can score.
He's got a steal
and an assist. Layup to Karsten Williamson. Give the assist to Jesse. Boy, what started? It was a 4-2 game. Okay, I thought that was another turnover against Attica.
Yeah, I think K-Dub got his hand on it, didn't he?
I think so. Yep. It should literally be 10-8, but you know. Attica gets it in the front backcourt there. David Burris handling the ball for the Red Ramblers. Sheridan with it at the top. He'll throw it over to Burris. Burris tries to drive the lane back to Sheridan, who down to Martin. Williamson again with his hand on that one. I'm really impressed with the Athenians' defense.
Yes, I was.
You know, they're getting up in their faces and you know, challenging them, beating them off the dribble, and you know, good help side defense from those guys. And
last night was actually the first time I got to see him, and I was impressed, and I'm really impressed tonight too. I think that's going to be their trademark.
Yep, nice steal by Williamson. He'll take it up. He'll lay it in. So
that was Will.
Yeah, Will Kellerman. Sorry.
No problem.
Thank you for that. So Athenians with a 10-point lead. Oh boy, good jump out help there by Trey.
Might have got away with one.
Yep, there's a 3 in the corner from Sheridan.
Yes.
Johnson Hall out to Williamson for 3. He knocks it down. Karsten Williamson picking up where he left off last night. Give Jesse Johnson Hall another assist. Looks like Jake Decker's going to check in for the Athenians. Good move by Burris on the baseline. Good help defense there by Saunders. Oh, that was a kick. Scores spots up for a three. He's going to send it over to...
and it was fouled.
Williamson with a 4-point play assist. Trey Scorza. Who was that foul on? Number 12?
Yes.
Fouls on,
it was.
Fouls on Jackson Davis. That's his first. Team's third. Oh, sorry. It's on number 13, Drew Sheridan.
Oh.
That's his first. Team's third to give Kirsten Williamson a chance for the old-fashioned 4-point play. Not sure we could say old-fashioned 4-point play, Mike. They didn't have a 3-point line when you and I played.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. So, Athenians, Kirsten Williamson, back-to-back threes. He has 7 of the Athenians' last 7 points, or all 7 of the Athenians' 7 points here. Martin with it out front. Jake Decker switches off. Decker came in for scores at the free throw. Dribble drive. Well, there's another shot, contested shot. Oh, that's going to be too far up. Yep. I like the aggressive move there by Cam to try to get it up, get a layup, but just a little too far on that for Decker.
Yep.
So Sheridan brings it up here for the Red Ramblers, trailing 19-5. Kicks it over here to Burris. Guarded closely by Saunders. Nice hedge there by Decker on the screen. Oh boy, he might have got away with it. Hey, that's a travel. Nobody touched that. Nobody touched that ball, I don't think. That foul's on number 2, Alton Martin. That's his first, team's fourth. Alabama with a 35-28 win over Georgia. That might move Oklahoma. Might move Tony Thomas's Oklahoma Sooners up to the college football playoff. Nice saves there by Saunders and Kellerman. Johnson Hall, knowing he has a slower Pattingale on him, he's going to take it to the basket. Good recognition by Jesse, just knowing that, Pattingale's a big, tall kid, but there's no way he could stay up with Jesse.
No way.
So here's Sheridan, three-pointer from the top of the key. He's 2 for 2 from distance. Make it a 21-8 ball game. Jesse Johnson Hall with the basket, with a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play. That fella be on number 2, Martin. That's his second. Team's 5th. Attica with 5 team fouls here in the first quarter. The Athenians with none. Full timeout, Attica, trailing 23-8. Mike, what have you seen here? We talked a little bit in pregame. How were they going to respond back-to-back? I think we've kind of seen that here.
We've seen that. They're very aggressive. They're hitting shots. They're looking for the open man. They're moving the ball well. Right now, they've got everything going for them.
They do. And, kind of started the same way last night.
Yeah.
Had everything going for them, and then it was almost like they took their foot off the gas and kind of let Lebanon get back in a little bit.
And you don't want to do that against Lebanon.
No. And, Lebanon being a potential sectional opponent, a conference opponent, as Jeff Nelson wrote in his article today, probably one of the original rivalries in the state of Indiana, going all the way back to 1908, when basketball first started, definitely Crawfordsville and Lebanon are 2 of the storied programs in the state of Indiana, just in the rich history alone. So
definitely,
but again, we talked a little bit before the game of how were the Athenians going to respond, and boy, they've done quite well here. Eddie Heinold and Anthony Gonzalez will check in for the Athenians. Kirsten Williamson and Will Kellerman will come out. Johnson Hall with a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play here for the Athenians. I'm not sure. I'll have to add up how many Jesse has.
That's 11.
Yeah, it's 11. So Jesse's good on the free throw. 11 of the Athenians, 24 points. Minute 50 to go here in the first quarter. Crawfordsville changing a little bit on their defense, not coming out in full court pressure. Gonzalez picks up Sheridan at the top of the key. Johnson Hall on Martin. Good switch there by Saunders. Here's another layup missed by Attica. Oh, boy, good hands by
the wide receiver.
Yep, he traveled. Yep. Good hands by Gonzo there to save that from going out of bounds. Scores is going to check back in, as well as number 4, Eli Kirkpatrick for the Red Ramblers. He checks in for Brant Pattengale. I think Brant's always been that tall. He's been a tall kid ever since we've been playing him. So, Sheridan with the ball, guarded by Gonzalez, down in the corner to Martin, I believe. Yep, guarded by Johnson Hall. Eddie Heinold's going to get called for the foul. He was just following his guy, and he just ran into Martin. So it'll be out of bounds to the. Yep, that'll be on Eddie Heinold. That's his first, team's first.
Athenian foul on number 3, Heinold, his first, team's first.
Oops, sorry about that. Martin guarded by Scorsese. Oh, nice pass. Oh. Hartman misses the layup. Here's Sheridan with the runner. Rebound by Jesse Johnson Hall. Eddie Heinold with it over here on the right wing, or left wing, I'm sorry. Kicks it over to Scorza. Scorza guarded by Sheridan. He'll dish it off to Johnson Hall. Looks like the Athenians may be holding for one shot here.
Maybe, yes.
Coach is trying to get him up in the, I forget what they call it, motion offense here. Yep, one shot. I heard it through the microphone. I'm not sure. Somebody yelled it. Crawfordsville with a 24-8 lead. 18 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Jake Decker has it over here on the side.
He'll dribble it down top to Jesse, Yep. Jesse's going to look at it now.
They switched off on Jesse. They put a taller, more athletic kid on him. Kick it over to Scores. A wide open look for 3. It's going to be short. Rebound comes down to Decker. He'll turn and throw it up, and it's short. So that'll be the end of the first quarter, where your Crawfordsville Athenians lead the Attica Red Ramblers 24-8. Athenians come out, Mike, on fire, hitting their first 4 free throws, and then from there on out, just kind of hitting with scoring. I mean, from
everything,
the field.
Yeah, everything's going right. What we like to see. The pressure defense is really looking good, too.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever they put on them.
So, Kellerman checked in for the Athenians, so he'll be out here in the second quarter. Looks like Attica will counter with number 4, Eli Kirkpatrick, 22, Seth Hartman, number 20, Chase Little, number 50, Brant Pattengale, and number 13, Drew Sheridan. The Athenians will counter with Jesse Johnson Hall, Jake Decker, Trey Squoza, Will Kellerman, and Karsten Williamson. Be Red Rambler basketball trailing by 16. It'll be interesting to see how Coach Pierce decides to Attica didn't have any problems breaking the full court press.
Right.
I mean, they missed 3 wide open layups. So nice job by Coach here, just to kind of say, you know what, we're just going to play half court here and
work on that.
Make them work on it. Yeah.
There's a travel.
Yep. Tell you what, it's been a pretty clean game. There's only been a couple turnovers. I'm not keeping track of those, but maybe Attica, maybe 3 or 4. You keeping track of those?
No, I was going.
Okay.
I didn't.
Yeah, I usually do, but
I do too.
Yeah, but I'm not today for some reason. Decker from long range. It's going to be off. Johnson Hall tries to tip it back out. Rebound controlled by number 22, Seth Hartman. Nice ball fake there by number 20. That is Chase Little. Rebound pulled down by Scorza. Oh, nice job by Sheridan cherry picking. As Barry say, he's not going to get that off.
Oh,
he's not going to get that off without it being contested. I think gives Sheridan the basket.
Yeah.
Rebound or foul charge to number 34, Jesse Johnson Hall. That's his first, team's second. Sheridan at the line with a chance for the old-fashioned. 3-point play. Or as our friend Gary Lynn says, and one.
And one.
Williamson over to Decker in the corner. Jake will drive baseline, kick it over to his cousin Will from the corner. His 3-point shot is up and no good. Rebound comes down to number 20, Little. Quickly up the court. Attica's not afraid to push the ball against the Athenians.
No,
here.
they're not. They're not going to back down.
Nope.
No. Yeah.
Sheridan triggered the inbound pass. Give it to Patton Gill in a roll. His shot is up, no good. Rebound comes down to Williamson, and he'll give Williamson a little bit of a shove, and that'll be Patton Gill's first foul, team's 6th for the Red Ramblers. $6:59 here to go in the opening half. The Indians lead by 14. Williamson will come bring it out, set up the offense. They're going to run something off Jesse here off the top. Yep, there it is.
Yep. He waited.
Nice job by Will.
Yes, it was.
Just sit there and was patient. Scored. Give the assist to Scorza. I think he shot faked 4 times down there. Not sure how it wasn't 3 seconds. Oh, there was a travel.
Yeah.
Yep, good charge there by Kellerman. Nice job taking that charge. That foul will be on number 20. Chase Little, that is his 3rd.
3rd, yeah.
Yeah. And that's not the way you want your 3rd foul to come from one of your seniors. Attica picking up here full court. Yep, looks like just a token full court.
Token, yes,
yep.
I agree.
Yep. Clearing out for Jesse. Oh, boy. Sheridan kind of picked his pocket there.
Yeah, he got a little ahead of himself.
Yep. That shot at by Burris, no good. Rebound comes down to Johnson Hall. Quickly up the court to Jake Decker. Almost called him Sam. 3-point shot is up and no good. I almost like to see the Athenians run a little bit of offense there. You know, I mean, he had numbers, but take it to the basket. Patton Gill turned around, saw Jesse stand there, thought, okay, I'll pass this. There's a shot out by Patton Gill. It's up and good. Give Patton Gill his first points tonight. Make it 26-12, Athenians. Williamson out to scores a little pick and roll here. Trey's shot from 15 is good. Just what we talked about. Yeah. Trey has the ability to fill it up.
Yes.
And just a nice little move there. Had the guy on his hip, went ahead and took it up and knocked it down. Boy. Attica's got to take advantage of this.
Yeah.
Jesse's.
K-Dub on Patton Gale.
Martin with a long 3. Rebound comes down to Scorza. Little spin move. Kicks it over to Johnson Hall down in the corner to Decker. Decker has his feet set. Shot is just short. Rebound comes down to Sheridan. It's like Gonzalez is getting ready to check in for the Athenians, as well as number 4, Kirkpatrick for the Red Ramblers. Looks like Gonzo is going to check in for Decker. And Kirkpatrick is checking in for Hartman, number 22 for the Red Ramblers. Oh, boy. Gonzo might be able to pick that up.
Yeah, I thought he might,
Yep. Martin takes it down the lane. Oh, there's a block by Williamson. Rebound comes down to Scorza, and Scorza will pick up a foul on number 3. That is David Burris. His first, team's 8th of the half. Give Scorza a chance for 1-and-1 at the line. Boy, for as sharp as we looked in the first quarter, Coach,
it's changed a little.
It's changed a little. Yeah. And I'm sure Coach Pierce has recognized that too, and I'm sure that'll be part of his halftime speech. That free throw is off and no good by Scorza. Rebound comes down to Martin.
That's our first miss of the night.
Yes, it is. You never want to miss the front end.
No.
Of a 1-and-1. So, Martin, boy, got a little bit sloppy with that. Turnover, Red Ramblers. 28-12. Each team with 4 points here in the second quarter. Halfway through the quarter, 4:04 left. Williamson will bring it up for the Athenians. Attica still in their half court man-to-man. They have switched up. Who's guarding Johnson Hall? They have Sheridan on him.
Yeah, he rode him right out of bounds on that one.
He did. Dribble out of bounds there by David Burris. It'll be another turnover. Back-to-back turnovers for the Athenians, and Eddie Heinold will check in for the Athenians for Karsten Williamson. And number 31, Evan Wesley, will check in for David Burris for the Red Ramblers. It's like Carson Scott getting ready to check in for the Athenians. There's going to be a moving pick on Jesse Johnson Hall. That'll be his second personal foul. Team's third.
Yeah,
Carson Scott checks in for Johnson Hall. So the Athenians have Scott, Kellerman, Scorza, Gonzalez, and Heinold on the floor.
Be good to use his bench tonight.
Yep.
See what everybody can do.
Exactly. This is number 31, Evan Wesley, guarded out there by Heinold. Alton Martin with a nice curl move. Tries to get it down to Pattengill on the baseline, and he can't handle it. I think that's the third turnover in a row for the Red Ramblers after we just talked about not having many, Mike.
I got him down there. That's 4 this quarter. You're right.
Okay.
3 in a row.
Yep, 3 in a row. Scorza with it over on the left side, down to Heinold. Boy, turnover by Scorza. Martin quickly up the court for Attica. Down to Pattengill, who's guarded by Kellerman. Kellerman's given up a couple inches, but I can tell you what, athletic ability, he's got it. Nice pass by Pattengill. Good ball movement by Attica. There's a layup by Martin.
Attica basket by number 2, Martin.
So Attica's outscored the Athenians 6-4 here in the second quarter. Athenians still double up the Red Ramblers, 28-14. Scott over to Kellerman. Nice pass to Heinold. Oh, and Eddie can't knock it down. Rebound comes down to Martin. Eddie's not used to shooting that close to the basket.
No,
contested,
he's out on the floor more.
As a little guy. Cross court pass to Martin. He'll try a 3. It's going to be off. Rebound comes down to Gonzo. He just double dribbled. Yep.
Looked up to pass.
Yep.
Didn't pass.
Yep.
Double dribble.
Saw Kellerman wide open down the floor. 1:44 here to go in the opening half. 28-14 Crawfordsville. Looks like Ty Linus is going to check in for the Athenians. He'll come in for Gonzalez. So, Mike, as you said, he's going to draw Pattengill. No, they're going to put Carson Scott on Pattengill. No, say Ty doesn't want to guard Pattengill. He might.
Carson will battle him.
Yep.
I'm not sure he wants him either, though.
Yep. He might.
Oh,
boy. Good recognition by Attica. They knew that Pattengill had a couple inches on Scott, and they tried to get it to him. And
he should have went on and went for the hoop.
Exactly. Minute 34 here, opening half, 28-14 Crawfordsville. Crawfordsville hasn't scored in the last 3.5 minutes. Here's a shot by Kellerman. It's up and no good. They're going to get, looks like number 4. Kirkpatrick for this push-off. Yep.
Yep.
Kirkpatrick for the push-off on Kellerman. So Kellerman will be at the line shooting 1-1. Number 3, David Burris, will check in for Attica. He'll check in for the aforementioned Kirkpatrick, who picked up the foul. So Kellerman, he was a perfect, I think, 8 for 8 from the line last night. Oh, man, that might have been his sister. Free throw up and good. So Kellerman knocks down the front end of a 1-1. Second shot is up and good for Kellerman. So 6-6 here in the second quarter. Athenians lead 30-14. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Get that foul called on Eddie Heinold. Eddie was just rotating over trying to prevent the easy layup.
Doing his job, rotating down, but.
Yep. No, they're going to call that on. They call
it on. We don't have a 4. Do we have a 4?
I thought he called it on 11. Scorza. Trey Scorza. Okay.
Oh.
I didn't think that was Scorza's deal.
I didn't either.
I didn't think Trey was anywhere close to that, but Patton Gill knocks down the first one. Second shot is up and no good. Rebound comes down to Ty Linus. Oh boy. Yep. Didn't get the first travel, but they got the second one. Martin will check back in for Red Ramblers. He'll check in for Kirkpatrick. Good hands by Linus. He's going to go up for 2. That's goaltending right there.
Yes, it is.
That's goaltending.
That is definitely.
They missed that.
Yep.
Linus gets his own rebound. So
I may get it again.
Yep, he's got quick hands.
Very, very quick.
Got a quick first step, too.
Yeah.
Sheridan. Oh, boy. Patton Gill might have gotten away with a little bit of a screen there. Sheridan with the bucket. That's Sheridan's 10th point of the game. If my math is right.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
We're going to the last shot. Will Kellerman to the basket.
That's a charge.
Yep. Charge on her.
Yep. That's a charge on Kellerman. Not sure if that was the right call, but it was the call. It was the call. Sheridan from the free throw, from the volleyball line. Boy, off the side of the rim.
On target.
On target. So Attica with the 9-8 advantage in the second quarter, Mike. And, a lot of that probably had to do with the Athenians going to the bench and giving some guys some looks. But tell you what, Crawfordsville came out ready to play and did a nice job in the first quarter.
But even at the start of the quarter, we were just a little off from the first quarter. We dropped down a little notch.
Yep, you're right.
And used the bench and still have a 32-17 lead.
Right, yeah, because at the start of the quarter, we had 4 of our 5 starters in there. And just kind of, maybe let the foot off the gas a little bit. But you can afford to do that against a team like Attica, not to take anything away from those guys. But, you get into conference play. Man, you don't want to do that. You want to keep your foot on the gas and keep going. So,
exactly.
But again, like you said, good for Coach to get a chance to see some guys in some different situations.
It does. You never know what's going to happen down the road.
Right.
We can go 7-8.
Yeah.
And then the guys coming off the bench are from the JV players, and they're battling for spots, so they're going to play hard.
Exactly. Yeah, Crawfordsville's deep. They have some guys that can, they have some guys, even some of the JV guys that can step in and play varsity right now and not really miss much of a beat.
You look down our bench, and one thing, and like I mentioned a while ago that we may have a trademark, everybody that comes in can really play defense, and they really go after you.
Right.
So that's a plus.
Exactly. And like Coach Pierce said last night, this is a team of a bunch of guys that have bought into the team concept. And you can see that out there. Very unselfish, and guys passing off and doing well. Okay. All right, well, we'll go ahead and sign off here. Crawfordsville leads Attica 32-17 here at halftime. We'll come back about 2 minutes to go. Mike and I will have some stats for you, probably mostly scoring, and we'll bring you the second half of tonight's action. Crawfordsville leading 32-17. All right, welcome back to halftime of tonight's varsity contest between the Attica Red Ramblers and your Crawfordsville Athenians. Crawfordsville with a quick 32-17 lead here at the half. Here's a little bit of scoring for you here. First for the Athenians, Jesse Johnson Hall leads the way with 11. Karsten Williamson with 9. Will Kellerman with 6. Cam Saunders, Trey Scorza, and Ty Linus all with a bucket apiece. For Attica, number 13, make sure I get his name right, Drew Sheridan, that's it, has 10. Alton Martin, number 2, has 4, and Brant Pattengale, number 50, has 3. So both teams back out here on the court. Mike, what are you expecting here from the Athenians here to start the third quarter?
Well, we started strong, had 24 points in the first quarter, scored 8. I'm hoping, I think we'll come back with the starters and try to get started in the second half where we started in the first half. We got a little sluggish, and guys got to play, and that's fine, and they did a good job defensively, but I think maybe we'll come back and try to put the pressure on and put this game away farther than it is.
Right, exactly. Athenians have a big one coming up next Friday. We were talking a little bit here during the break. Like Coach Welliver said, maybe getting them at the perfect time. West Lafayette, who just won the Class 3A State Football Championship over Evansville Memorial, coming in here next Friday night. West Lafayette, coached by head coach David Wood, always has a good product on the court, no matter what challenges he faces. So it'll be a good time for Coach Pierce to kind of let his starters get out here in the third quarter, put the game away, and give them a little bit of a rest here. Heading into this week of practice. And again, kind of what you mentioned earlier, give guys on the bench a chance to get out here and play, and give coach a chance to evaluate them in a game position, because you're going to need them down the stretch. So looks like Athenians are doing just that, coming out with starters. Both teams coming out with starters here to start the second half. Attica heard a little bit. I got to believe, I didn't check their stats before I came in, but Chase Little, number 20, has 3 fouls in the first half, and I'm just by looking at him and the way he plays basketball, I'm assuming he's probably one of their top players. So that had to hurt them as well.
I would think so. Yeah, is he a senior?
He is a senior.
He's a senior. Yeah.
Yeah, he is a senior. I have another one.
Seville starts out with the ball.
Yep. Seville starts out, gets it down to Johnson Hall down in the post. He goes up, he's going to be fouled. Again, they've made that defensive adjustment. They had Pattengale on him to start the game, and Jesse recognized that and took it to the basket. Looks like they're going to continue to dump it down to Jesse. That foul will be on Drew Sheridan. That'll be his team's first of the half. Johnson Hall will be at the line to shoot 2. His first one's up and short. Jesse's second miss of the night from the free throw line. Second one is up and good. So give Johnson Hall 12 on the night and give the Athenians a 16-point advantage. Shot down here to Little. There it is. Just like we talked about. He appears to be one of their better players, and he knocks down a shot from the corner. Kellerman from 3. He knocks it down. Give the assist to Karsten Williamson. And we're back up the court here real quick for Attica. Yep. That tells me right there what kind of player Little is.
Yes.
Do you see who was guarding him?
Yeah.
Shot by Sheridan, knocks it down. So Kellerman with another 3. He knocks it down. Boy, threes are raining down here to start the third quarter.
4 straight?
Yeah, 4 straight threes. Martin kicks it over to Sheridan. Sheridan drives free throw line. Shot's no good. Rebound comes down to Johnson Hall.
Saunders
up. Oh, boy.
Too hard.
Yep. Too far under the basket. Good pass by Karsten. Cam just a little too far into the basket. Now, I asked you a while ago, I said, we talked a little bit about Little being in foul trouble, probably hurting Attica.
Yeah.
Come out and see who's guarding him.
Was it Cam?
Saunders.
Yeah.
Saunders is known to guard the other team's best
no matter what,
presence. Pattengale takes it to the basket, and he's going to be fouled. Paper airplane comes flying in from across the gym. Fouls on number 12. Foul will be on Scorza. That'll be his second team's first of the half. I was looking for a little guy over there that maybe had his arm in the air, had the perfect follow-through over there. Coach Bolivar may want to go ahead and start recruiting him now because that was a heck of a throw.
It was.
Pattengale's free throws up and no good. 39-23. Crawfordsville, 6:26 to go. I'm telling you what, three-pointers are raining down here at the Athenian Gymnasium. Kellerman with back-to-back threes, triples for the Athenians. Pattengale's second free throw is up and good. Carson Williamson with the ball out top. He's going to beat his guy off the dribble. He's going to get it up, and, oh, boy, they're going to call that on the floor. Fouls on 22. Seth Hartman. Tell you what, Williamson just blew right past him, Mike.
Yes, he did.
I mean, he really did. He just blew right past him. That would be wide open layup there for Saunders. Give the assist to Williamson. Oh, boy. Yep, okay. I wasn't sure if he was going to call that out of bounds on Crawfordsville, or he's going to say Attica dribbled it out of bounds. 41-24, 6 minutes to go here in the third period. Kellerman from the wing. He gets it down to Saunders, who dumps it underneath to Johnson Hall. Well, that was a late whistle, but Jesse will take it. Almost looked like the official was checking to make sure it was if he was going to go in, he was going to let him have it.
Yes, that was on the...
Yep, that was on Sheridan. That's his third.
Yes.
So Attica's top two guys, Drew Sheridan and Chase Little, both with 3 fouls here early in the third period. Jesse Johnson Hall at the line, shooting 2. His first one's up and good. Second one's up and good. Tell you what, it's always nice to see guys that have worked their butt off to get to where they are.
Yes.
Do well, and Jesse's one of those kids.
Jesse is definitely.
Never picked up a basketball before until second grade, so just a lot of work. Here's a shot by Martin from behind. Wait, oh boy. Yeah. Sheridan thought that was off Attica, and he was going to try to save it. Good thing he didn't get his hand on it. Little from 3, contested. Nice contested by Kellerman. Nice pass by Jesse to Will Kellerman. Good job, Kellerman, running the floor. That's Jesse's 4th assist of the night. Little's going to drive baseline. His shot is up and no good. Rebound down to Johnson Hall. He's quickly up to Williamson. Williamson back to Scorza. Scorza thought about the 3. Jesse down to Saunders, over to Kellerman. Williamson for 3 in the corner. Boy, that was huge. Timeout, Attica. That'll be a full timeout. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the third period. The Athenians currently on a 9-0 run, and they've brought this out to 24. I'm gonna be honest with you. Mike, we talked a little bit about what Coach Pierce was talking to him at the half there, and Coach Welliver hit the nail on the head. He said, "You want your starters to come out and play well and put this game out of reach." And boy, that's exactly what they're doing right now. So, I mean, I tell you what, good ball movement there.
Yes, definitely.
Got it down to Saunders. Saunders knew he was quadruple teamed in the post, so he kicks it out to Williamson for a wide open 3. Just good ball movement by the Athenians here early in the third quarter.
They hit a couple threes. They're trying to stay with us, but we just had too much firepower right there in that run.
Yep, exactly. And both their threes were countered by Kellerman threes. Just a good job by him to knock him down. So. Looks like the starters are going to come back out here, start after the Attica timeout. So after an 8-point second quarter, The Athenians have rattled off 16 here, not even halfway through the third. Sheridan with the ball. Guarded closely by Williamson. Over to Hartman. Oh, nice backdoor cut by Little. Quickly up the floor. Scorza is going to score it for the Athenians. Nice hedge there by tell you what, the Athenians are doing a nice job of hedging on those screens.
They are, definitely.
Little with the drive to the basket.
That's a basket by number 20, Little.
There you go, Mike. That tells you how much that hurt them in the first half, having Little in foul trouble.
He's come out with 7 in this quarter.
Yeah, exactly.
Halfway through it.
Athenians slowing it down here. Going to run a little offense. 4 minutes to go here in the third period. 50-28, Crawfordsville. Going to run their motion offense. Out to Scorza. He'll try it from 3. That's going to be way short. Saved by Kellerman right to Little. Looks like Doug Horton's took a little bit of the brunt of that swing there.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Little with the baseline, with the drive down the middle. He's going to get fouled, and he's going to have a chance for the N1 opportunity. That foul's going to be on number 12, Scorza. That'll be his third.
Now on number 11, Williamson.
Oh, no, it's on Williamson.
They gave it to K-Dub.
Okay. His first, team second.
Basket by number 20, Little. He's at the line shooting N1.
That'll bring Anthony Gonzalez in. Gonzalez will check in for Saunders.
Lineup for the Athenians.
Nice move by Little, just taking the ball to right in the middle and just knocking it down. So we'll see if he can convert the N1 opportunity. It's going to be long. Rebound comes down to Johnson Hall. He's got to be close to 10. He's got to be close to a double-double.
Yeah.
Kellerman from the corner for 3. Knocks it down. Give the assist to Karsten Williamson. Will Kellerman feeling it this quarter. It's going to be a turnover, Red Ramblers. I think that's their first of the quarter.
Yes.
Pattengale will check in for Attica. He'll check in for Little.
A scoreless first half, and he's got...
There's 7 here in the third. You talking about Little?
Yes, he's got 9.
9.
I have him for 9.
Jesse Johnson Hall, shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Eli Kirkpatrick. He'll go down to Alton Martin. Martin quickly across the court to Sheridan. Nice backdoor cut by Martin. Nice recovery there by Gonzalez. Shot up by Martin, no good. Rebound comes down to who else? Johnson Hall. Quickly up to Kellerman. Nice job by Kellerman, seeing he didn't have numbers. Scores it from 3. It's off, no good. Rebound comes down to Pattengale. Oh boy. Jesse almost saved that in. I didn't see you checked in there. Kirkpatrick, maybe? Number 4? Whoever it was checked in for Alton Martin. I think it was. No,
it was
Little.
Yeah.
Little checked
He's
in
back
for Martin.
in.
Yep. He's got Gonzo guarding him right now. Sheridan drives to the free throw line. He tries to bounce pass it to Little. It's going to go out of bounds. The Athenian basketball. Nathan Schrader checks in for Trey Scorza.
Number 42, Schrader reports into the lineup for the
So Coach Pierce going to his bench here late in the third quarter, up 23. 2:29 to go here in the third. Nate is a 6'4" sophomore.
Yes.
Yep. Who set the screen for Kellerman.
He's feeling it.
Yep. Williamson with the ball guarded there by Burris. Kick it over to Kellerman. Kellerman to Johnson Hall. Back to Kellerman. Kellerman from 26 feet. Short shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Gonzo thanks to a tip there by Nate Schrader. Shot from Williamson from the free throw line. No good. Rebound pulled down by Little. Attica quickly up the court. David Burris with the ball. Passes across court to Sheridan. Oh, nice block there by Williamson. Burris down to Pattengale. Shot is up and good. Good ball movement by Attica. Kind of a little bit of a panic mode there for a minute. But found Patton get onto the basket, and he was able to knock it down. Minute 10 to go here in the third quarter. Kellerman with the baseline with the drive. Oh, boy. I was going to call a foul there, but
wasn't sure.
Jesse, he didn't get pushed, but he got hip checked pretty good. So, in hockey, if there was a board there, the crowd would be banging on the glass right about now. So, it's like Ty Linus is going to check back in for the Athenians. Didn't quite get there in time. Athenians with the 21-point lead here. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Good hedge out there by Schrader. Good job of Nate by moving his feet. Good job by Williamson coming across. And they're going to get Alton Martin for a pretty cheap foul. 60 feet away from his basket. That'll be his third, team's fourth. So Attica with 3 guys with 3 personals. Martin, Sheridan, and Little. Tyler Linus will check in for Jesse Johnson Hall. 48 seconds to go here in the third period. Nice give and go. Shot a little bit long by Linus. Rebound pulled down by Little. Nope, going to call Gonzo for the block. That was a nice job by Little getting to Gonzo and then just taking a little bit of a sidestep. Gonzo having to move with him to get the charge and just drew the block. So good move by him. Free throw by Little is up and good. Give him 10 on the night. 10 in this quarter. Right, Mike?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Yes. Second one's up and good. Athenians with a 19-point lead. Carson Williams is going to walk it up for Crawfordsville. Got it out there by Burris. He'll get it over to Kellerman. Athenians back in their motion offense. Williamson will get it. Those are going to set something up here. It's like 4 low here. Wow. Yeah. When he fell down, I thought the count would restart. I saw him moving his hand. Carson needs to see that and make a move to the basket. But Little from deep. Rebound comes down to Linus. And that'll be the end of the third quarter with Crawfordsville leading 53, Attica 34. Attica closes the quarter out on a 10-5 to get back within 19. So, good start there by the Athenian. Good quarter by the Athenian starters. When they were in the game, they outscored Attica 16-4. Or 16-7, and a lot of that was just because Chase Little came off the bench and was able to play a little bit. So
he had none in the first half and 11 in this quarter.
Yeah, Well, we talked a little bit about halftime. I'd be anxious to see how he does coming in. With being saddled with those 3 fouls in the first half. You have a score, Coach? Coach, you have a score? Southmont? Okay. South and North are both in action tonight. North is playing Fountain Central. And
37-24.
Cloverdale? Cloverdale's leading Southmont 37-24 in the third. And we don't have a score from North Montgomery, I don't think. Let's see what I have. Tell you what, that's pretty respectable. La Lumiere, which is a basically a big-time high school travel program. They only beat Brownsburg tonight by 9, 72-63.
Yeah.
Here's a 3 in the corner by Burris. Rebound comes down to Schrader. Schrader quickly up to Linus. 3-pointer by Carson Scott is no good. That ball will be out of bounds. Give it to Attica. So Athenians with Scott, Williamson, Gonzalez, Linus, and Schrader on the floor. 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, and a senior. The Red Ramblers counter with Little, Sheridan, Pattengale. 22 is Seth Hartman, and number 3 is Burris. There's a 3 by number 13. No, I'm sorry, number 20, Little.
Yes, it was Little.
Shot up by Williamson is going to be short. Pattengale with Schrader on him. Nice backdoor cut. Good hands by Schrader, picked up by Gonzalez. Gonzo will take it to the basket, and he will score. Good take by Gonzo.
Very good, very good. That's his first point tonight, though.
Yeah. Here's a dribble, baseline drive by Little, and he knocks it down. Tell you what, good to have him saddled with foul trouble in the first half.
Turned out this, definitely.
Yep.
It's going to be on Burris.
Ball's on Burris. That's his second. Team's 5th.
That's his second. Team's 5th.
Somebody checked in. I missed it. Somebody for Attica. Looks like Alton Martin checked in for Burris. Oh, nice backdoor cut. Gonzo from Carson Williamson. So Gonzo back to back. Make it Gonzo 4 and Chase Little 5 for Attica. It's only scoring here in the fourth quarter. Little over to Sheridan. Skip pass over to Sheridan. Sheridan down to Pattengale, who's guarded by Schrader. Good defense by Schrader. Forces the miss. Rebound comes down to Gonzalez. Linus will be fouled over there by Drew Sheridan. That'll be Sheridan's 4th.
Yes.
Team 6th. So Athenians will be shooting 1-1 on their next. That'll bring in Eli Kirkpatrick for Attica.
That's his 4th. Team 6.
It's like when Gonzalez will key it into Williamson. 6 minutes to go here in the game. 57-39 Athenians. Williamson stops, pops for 3. The ball hangs up there just a little bit too long. Schrader couldn't quite time the jump to get the rebound. Rebound comes down to Alton Martin. Quickly up the floor to Sheridan. Sheridan down into the basket to Kirkpatrick. And give Kirkpatrick his first points of the night. Well, I tell you what. That foul's on number 22, Hartman. Darn it. That's right the first time. That's his second, team 7th. I tell you what, Mike, we talked a little bit early about, it may have even been before we came on the air, I don't remember, about Karsten Williamson stepping up and hitting those 2 big threes.
Oh, definitely.
Night. I tell you what, he has impressed me tonight going to the basket.
Yes.
That free throw's up and no good, misses the front end. Rebound comes down to Martin.
Burris for 3.
Yeah, Burris for 3. So Attica knocking down some threes here. They lead by get the Athenian lead down to 13, and that'll bring in the starters for Coach Pierce.
Yeah.
Zaire Morgan was at the bench ready to check in. Looks like Zaire's going to come in with the starters. Yep. So it'll be Morgan, Kellerman, Saunders, Scorza, and Johnson Hall. Attica outscored the Athenians 10-4 here in the fourth quarter to get the lead back to 13 and bring the starters back in for Coach Pierce. Coach Pierce kind of sensing a little bit that, hey, momentum may be swinging Attica's way. Let's bring the starters back in here and see if we can extend the lead. So freshman Zaire Morgan will run the point here for Crawfordsville. Over to Scorza. Scorza out to Kellerman. Kellerman over to Zaire. Good job by Zaire. Thought about the 3. Going to call the blocking foul. That'll be on, is that Little? That'll be on Little. That'll be his 4th personal. Yep. That'll be his 4th. Team's 8th. So that'll put Saunders at the line, shooting 1 a bonus. So number 13, Drew Sheridan, and number 20, Chase Little, both with 4 for the Red Ramblers. That free throw down and no good. Crawfordsville with 2 1-and-1 opportunities here, Mike. Missed the front end both times.
Yes, and we've been shooting well up to this.
Yeah,
this
that was.
part.
Yep. Burris drives down the middle. He'll kick it out to Little for 3. That's an air ball. Rebound comes down to Scorza. Scorza quickly up the court to Saunders, and Saunders will be whistled for the travel. Bring in Drew Sheridan. Sheridan will check in for Kirkpatrick. Pattengale will check in for number 22. That's Hartman.
Coach is still coaching. He didn't like our work on that, bringing it down the floor. He letting them know that was not how it was speed in.
Right, exactly.
Got to stay with the plan.
Boy, Kellerman almost got there in time to knock that away from Pattengale, but he's going to be charged for the foul. That'll be Kellerman's second.
Yeah.
Team's third of the half. Fourth of the half, sorry.
Team foul on number 20, Kellerman. That's his second. Team's fourth.
Pattengale at the line shooting 2. His first one's up and no good. Tell you what, for as much as Crawfordsville has dominated this game, for Attica to only be trailing by 13 with 4:30 to go, 4:35 to go, says something.
Yeah, definitely does.
Wow. Fountain Central leads North Montgomery 29-24 at the end of the third quarter. That's at North Montgomery. So North with the potential of falling to 0-3 on the season.
Pattengale misses both.
Yep. Good job by Zaire pulling it out. I tell you what, if Zaire shoots a shot that his father Clyde doesn't think he should shoot, we will hear him through our headphones, because that man has a deep, deep voice. Travel on Jesse Johnson Hall turns it back over to Attica. I tell you what, tonight is a little bit mirror image of last night. Crawfordsville really controlled their turnovers until the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And here it's kind of the same thing. A couple turnovers here and a couple made shots by Attica. Boy, they've got the momentum. They got a little bit of a swagger out there. There's a backdoor cut by Little. He traveled. He did.
Good move, but
he did.
Shuffled.
Yep, he did. If he would have put it on the floor, he'd have been okay. But he did travel. So it looks like an offense for defense thing here for the Red Ramblers. 4 minutes and 4 seconds, so they're going to do that the rest of the game. Mike, we might be here till midnight.
We could be.
We're going to miss Saturday Night Live a little bit. So, or whatever it is you like to watch on Saturday nights. I'm usually not awake that late, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I will too.
Scores it with the baseline jumper. It's going to be off. Rebound comes down to Pattengale. Again, Mike, 13-point lead. A little bit of a contested shot. Let's work it around. Let's get in our motion offense. Run some time off the clock. Jake Decker's going to check back in, as well as Eddie Heinold for the Athenians. Kirkpatrick over in the corner, and Trey Scores is going to be called for the reach-in foul. That's Trey's third, team fifth. So Decker will check in for Scorza. Heinold will check in for Kellerman, and who else checked in? Schrader checked in for Jesse Johnson. 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Sheridan stops and pops. Rebound comes down to Schrader. That'll be foul on number 2, Alton Martin. That'll be his fourth. So Schrader will be at the other end shooting 1 and bonus for the Athenians. Let's hope we can knock one of these down.
Yeah, Jesse Johnson hit 3 out of 4 in the third quarter. We are 0 for 2 in the fourth quarter. So we haven't hit anything since then.
Yeah, both front ends are 1-1. Schrader's first shot is up and good. Give Nathan his first point of the night. I'm sorry, Nate. His first point of the night. Second one's up and good. Hammers that one down. 59-44 Athenians. Schrader with a good couple rebounds and 2 free throws. Morgan picks up Brewer. Here's a deep 3 from Little, and it's good.
It's good.
Timeout, Attica.
Timeout, Red Ramblers.
Be a full timeout.
I talked to Nate's mother before the game. She made her debut coaching today.
Oh, really, Andrea?
Yes, she was coaching at the Boys and Girls Club, Biddy Basketball.
Oh, was she really?
Yes, she was.
That's awesome.
She was enjoying it.
Gotcha. That's for her daughter?
Yes.
Or for Grant? For daughter?
Yeah. Yep. The
Nice.
girls.
Nice. Yep. Did they win? Did she win her coaching debut? Or do they keep score?
We don't keep score.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I could give you an opinion. Don't think she did.
Don't think so?
But she might have. I'll leave it that way.
Okay. All right. All right. You know what? As long as the 7 or 8 girls on her team thought they won,
Yep.
that is the important
And
part.
I'll tell you what, you could tell they were having fun.
That's the important part. That's the important part. So are you coaching at the middle school level again this year?
Yes, I am. I'm going to help get a player back, an old player back into coaching, I think, or into coaching.
Who's that?
I'm going to help Erica Brooks
Oh, okay, sure.
at the 6th grade level.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, Eric's a 13 graduate of Crawfordsville High School. Is that right?
Yeah, I
2013?
believe so.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think she was a year ahead of Connor, so.
Sounds
Yep,
right, yeah.
Yep. Good deal.
Uh-huh.
It's always good to get former players in.
Yeah.
There's a turnover by Crawfordsville. Oh, boy, almost a turnover back. Kirkpatrick over to, I'm not sure who that is. Burris guarded
yes.
by Zaire.
Zaire.
Down to Pattengale. He's guarded by Schrader. Back out to Burris. He didn't travel. He got the ball on the floor.
Got it down.
He got the ball on the floor. There's a reach in by Decker. Good hustle by Pattengale. Ball's batted around there. And Decker's going to be on the floor.
I think he got kicked in the head.
Yeah, I think he did too. Either that or Pattengale landed on him.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah, one or the other.
Either way, it's going to hurt.
Uh-huh.
Kicked in the head or Pattengale landing on you, that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
So, Doug the trainer and David, Coach Pierce out to check on Decker at half court.
7 ice hand for Athenians, Decker.
Decker's up. He's going to walk off. With a stoppage in play, they got to have to substitute somebody for him.
Yeah. Looks like Jesse Johnson Hall is going to come back in.
Yep. 59-47, 2:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. Again,
Karsten Williamson's going to check back in for
Zaire.
No, Eddie Heino.
Oh,
Yeah. I thought it was too, but it's Eddie Heino.
I'll be darned. Central Catholic leads Lafayette Jeff 42-41. That's a future Athenian opponent. That's a little bit later down the road.
Yeah, right.
I think that's February, something like that. Here's a shot by Little. Little guarded by Johnson Hall. Rebound comes down to Martin. His shot's up and no good. But I tell you what, if Attica hit their bunnies, man, they're in this basketball game.
Yeah.
2:20 to go here. Athenians back with 4 starters and Zaire Morgan, I should say. The freshman Zaire Morgan. So Athenians with a senior, 2 juniors, a sophomore, and a freshman. Good pass by Johnson Hall. Zaire Morgan with the bucket. And nobody's more excited for him than his teammate.
That's right.
That's awesome. Zaire Morgan with the chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. He's number 30. Is that right?
Yes,
Yep, 30.
number 30.
Give the assist to Johnson Hall. Kellerman will check back in for scores there.
It's third. Team's 10. Morgan at the line.
So Zaire at the line. Chance to put the Athenians back up 15. Shot is up and good. So give Zaire Morgan 3 points and give the Athenians a 15-point lead. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Good help by Williamson. Almost got a steal off Sheridan. Good step in there by Kellerman. Tried to sneak that into Little. And the Athenians will pull back out and run some clock. Or no, they won't.
No.
Shot by Kellerman's no good. Rebound comes down to Martin. Athenians with some quick hands. Be out of bounds. Attica basketball. He had the lane. He had the lane, had an opportunity to score it. So Martin cross court to Little. His running floater is no good. Rebound comes down to Zaire Morgan. Zaire will bring it up for the Athenians. Guarded by Martin. Kicks it off to Johnson Hall. Oh boy, he almost threw it past him. Looks like Attica's just going to let some time run off here. Looks like, I forget what they call this. Something. It's like four corners. We're going to go with that.
Yeah.
Fouls by
a little weave out front.
David Burris. That'll be his third, team's 10th. So Johnson Hall will be at the line with a chance to shoot 2.
Johnson Hall at the line for the Athenians shooting double bonus.
Eddie Heinold's going to check back in for the Athenians. Carson Scott checking in for the Athenians. Free throw by Johnson Hall is up and good. So, Krebsville's going to move to 3-1 on the season. With, again, a very always tough West Lafayette coming to town next week. Give Jesse the second free throw. Make it a 17-point ball game. Yeah, so West Lafayette comes to town next weekend, and then the following Friday, they're at North Montgomery. Here's a shot up by number 31. That is Evan Wesley. He gets the shooter's roll.
By number 31, Wesley.
So give the Red Ramblers 50. Heinold over to Morgan. Back out to Heinold. 25 seconds to go. Looks like Attica's just going to try for the steal over to Carson Scott. Back out to Morgan. Back over to Scott. 14 seconds to go. Down to Heinold. Over to Johnson Hall. Back out to Williamson. So again, Athenians will move to 3-1 on the season. Oh boy, ball's barely safe from going out of bounds. With a 14-point lead for Coach David Pierce and the Crawfordsville Athenians. So back-to-back wins for the Athenians here to start 2018-2019. Good way to get a season started, Mike.
Yes, very good.
Had a tough loss to Greencastle, kind of had the lead early, lost late, and 3 big wins over Benton Central, Lebanon, and Attica. So good start to the season for Crawfordsville. Looks like Coach Welliver went down. Looks like we're going to have Coach Pierce coming up for a post-game interview.
All right.
Which will be fantastic.
Yeah.
And, good win for Crawfordsville. Attica, kind of like, early in the fourth quarter we said, wow, kind of reminiscent of last night. A lot of turnovers, letting the team back in the game, and then Coach put the starters back in, and boom, jumped back out quickly got it back to a double-digit lead. And I don't know if Attica ever got it down to single. No, they never did. 13, 12. 12 is as close as they got. And but just a good overall win. Nice to see the starters come out. We talked a lot earlier about how would they respond. They came out, and Danville leads Avon 21-15 at the end of one, which is what's more impressive is Greencastle beat Danville.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah,
with 4 sophomores. Their sophomore class is very good at basketball at Greencastle. Just how they would respond, and good response. Came out, jumped out to a 12-2 lead, led by as many as 16 there in the first half or first quarter. Led 24-8 at the break. Never really. Let's see. There's 24-point lead. I believe is the most that Crawfordsville had at 50-26. And then they ended up winning by 14. So, Coach Pierce got to see a lot of guys, give guys a lot of opportunities to play, and you can gauge guys in a practice, but until you really see them in a game situation, Mike, as you know, really puts it in a whole new perspective.
Yes, it is, and that's definitely good for the whole team. They know that they got to keep kids on the bench that want to come in and play, and they'll play hard for them. Right,
exactly. Final from Newmarket, Cloverdale beats Southmont 56-46. So a night after Southmont beats North in overtime, they fall to Cloverdale. But again, we talked a little bit beforehand. Cloverdale lost to Terre Haute South by 3. So you knew that Southmont had their hands full.
Yes,
even with Justin Howard back in the lineup for the Mounties. So, you have scoring stats?
Yeah, I have a few here for you.
I'll let you read those off if you want.
Okay, I've got Chase Little. He came in, and after we talked about a scoreless first half, he was the man to go to. He had 19 in the second half. Drew Sheridan had 13. 4 from Alton Martin, 3 from David Burris, 2 from Eli Kirkpatrick, and that's a 13 from Sheridan. Yeah, that was their scoring tonight. We were led by Will Kellerman with 17, Jesse Johnson Hall with 16, Karsten Williamson had 12. We had 3 guys in double figures.
Wow.
Yes, that's good. That's really good to see. We had 4 from Cam Saunders and 4 from Trey Scorza. Where's Gonzo?
4 from Gonzo.
4 from Gonzo. 2 from Nate Schroeder and 3 from Zaire Morgan.
Yep.
That's what I got.
And 2 from Linus. 2 from Linus.
Yes, I do. I have 2 from Ty.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So how many guys we have scored? 2, 4, 6, 9?
9, yes.
9 guys score?
Yes.
Wow, that's excellent.
That's great to see.
That's awesome. I mean, be able to run some guys out there. You had some tired legs from last night. Starters went a long time last night.
Yes.
And to be able to give them a chance to kind of rest their legs a little bit tonight, I'm sure was huge. So, Mike, what are kind of some of your thoughts about tonight's game? What are some of your takeaways as a coach? What did you take away?
Coming back from, like we talked about earlier, what do you do on your double nights coming in on a Saturday? And we responded very well, I thought. We had a down second quarter, but that's going to happen when you're doing a lot more substituting, getting guys in the rotation. Defensively is what I like about this team. They play hard all the time. They don't stop. They play their aggressiveness. Offensively, what can you say? You had 3 guys in double figures tonight, and we've got 3 others that can score in double figures at any time. So we got a lot of weapons, and they showed tonight that they're coming back in, bringing the starters back in. That's not that's a thing that they want you to come back and be able to do that. Things aren't going well. They don't want you to finish on a bad note.
Right.
You need to come out and finish on a good note.
Right. Exactly. And we talked a little bit, but before the game about having a guy step up and hit some outside shots, and be consistently. And I'm telling you what, the guy that has really impressed me. I've seen the Athenians play twice this year, last night and tonight.
That's all I've seen too.
And Karsten Williamson.
Exactly.
I'm telling you what, Mike. He has knocked down some outside shots.
Yeah.
But he's also shown the ability, hey, I'm going to knock down some shots. You're going to have to guard me in my face. But he's also shown a quick first step and being able to dribble drive to the basket and finding guys open,
Yes.
and just so in the 2 games I've seen, he has really impressed me. And the coach said last night Jesse Johnson Hall was a rim protector. He alters a lot of shots just from his wingspan and his athletic ability. So, Crawfordsville is very deep this year.
Yeah.
Up and down the lineup, as Zion Morgan just proved to you, freshman can step in and contribute.
Yeah.
And play really well. So,
I was impressed with him at the JV game over at Lebanon the other night.
Mm-hmm.
He came in and he did a job.
Right.
He took the ball to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
He just made things happen. That was a very close game. I think we won by 2.
Right.
And he was on the floor at the end of the game, handling the ball, doing it.
Right.
He had, Ty's the point guard, and he had Ty in there with him.
Right.
But Zaire was handling things. Him and Alex Kellerman, did a real good job at that JV game. So they got a lot of players that can do it.
Yeah, I didn't go to that game, but I had heard from a parent of that game that the freshmen really came in and made a big contribution and helped really get that win over there.
I don't want to belittle anybody else on the team because everybody played hard and played well that night. Mm-hmm. But I watched the game and I came home and I told Jill, I said, you got to watch Zaire Morgan and Alex Kellerman. Mm-hmm. After that game, that was a very close game, and those two were two that really stood out to me.
Right, and it says a lot about freshmen in a conference battle with Lebanon, having at Lebanon in Rosensteel Gym to play with that kind of poise and to step in and make big contributions. Because
Definitely.
A lot of kids in that situation might swelter under the spotlight, so to speak.
Yeah.
But to hear that those two came out and played really well, that speaks volumes for the program going forward. So, waiting on Coach Pierce. Coach Pierce is going to come up here for some post-game comments. I'm sure they'll be all positive. Coach Pierce is a very positive coach, and he definitely believes in praise in public and discipline in private, and he does that quite well most of the time, and if not all the time. I know everybody kind of may let that go by a little bit, but I've not seen Coach Pierce really get on anybody much in public. So
no, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to handle the guys.
Exactly, he does, and he and his coaching staff do a great job handling the guys.
Yes.
And I saw Devin Gard down there this year. Devin graduated 2 years ago.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So Devin's down there helping. Sam Fitch, Danny Pierce, David's dad, helping out, and then Doug Horton sitting on the end of the bench down there. He may be the trainer, but let me tell you, Doug knows sports.
Yes, he does.
If you have a conversation with Doug, if you ever have a chance to have a conversation with Doug, Doug is very passionate about Crawfordsville sports, and he'll tell you what he thinks. So great to have him down there helping guys out, because while he's taping ankles, he will talk and tell you a little bit about what you can do to improve your game. So you're coaching 6th grade girls.
6th grade girls.
Good. When's you guys start after the Christmas break?
Yeah, we
right?
start even later than I thought this year. Our first game is not until the first week of February.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's later than normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
So.
Yeah, I know. How are the boys? Do you know how the boys teams are doing down there?
Yeah, I haven't been to them yet.
I heard the 8th grade beat Southmont, which is huge because they have the Chad boy.
Yeah, he's 6-something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I had heard that Crawfordsville beat him. Now, I don't know.
Yeah. That
hasn't been confirmed, but that's the word on the street.
Yeah, I really haven't been there yet. I need to get out and see him. Mm-hmm. I know Tony is coaching 6th grade there.
Oh, Tony
Thomas.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
he's coaching 6th grade boys?
I've heard about his a little bit. He's a little above 500, I think.
Is he? Okay.
He's happy with him. He's got a good little group, he said.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
He had the girls I'm going to have last year. I haven't seen them yet. He says I've got some good ones there. It sounds good. I think he said Jesse Johnson Hall had a couple of sisters that might be on that team.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
good.
If they take after Jesse, that'll be all right.
Exactly. Yeah, I forget the girls' names, but they are they're very athletic, and I'm not sure if they're as athletic as Jesse, but they were shooting basketballs at my practices when they were young, so I know they do quite well.
Yeah,
so
that's good to hear.
Yeah,
that's good to hear.
Yeah, and the varsity girls team, they're making strides.
Yeah.
Last night, Lebanon kind of their athleticism and just their ability to force Crawfordsville into some uneasy situations hurt them. But
Tony and I were discussing that with I don't know how many minutes ago, 3.5 maybe to go. Mm-hmm. They were up 10, and we had the ball. And we had a chance to cut it to 8.
Right.
And we turned the ball over, and they scored 12 straight points in the quarter. So they were there for a while.
Yeah, they went up 18. So it was crazy that they took a 10-point game and made it into a 28-point game.
Yes, they did.
Really, really quickly. So Well, I tell you what, Mike, Coach David Pierce has come up.
Yep.
We're going to have a chat with him.
I'll give him my mic, and I'll see you later.
All right, yep.
Have a good night.
Hey, Mike, thanks for working with me. I appreciate it.
Coach.
Pleasure as always. I'm going to go ahead and find my video.
Thank you, Coach Schubert. Appreciate it.
Mike's excellent.
His boss is calling him right now. It's getting late. You better get home.
Hey, tell her I didn't get my sucker, so it's okay. So, Coach Pierce, congratulations on the win tonight. We were talking a little bit before the game about how your guys would respond on their first back-to-back. How do you think they did tonight?
I thought we did well. I thought we got to a good start. Our guys played really good defense early, obviously. 24-8 in the first quarter was pretty good. Mm-hmm. We attacked Little, but that created, fouls on him within a minute and a half, 2 fouls. So
right.
That was big. I thought we ran probably the best we've done all year in transition. And we get, a really good defensive stop, get a rebound, and then we're gone.
Right.
And that's what led to 24 points. And our guys got to realize if you play really good defense, you can play that kind of basketball that's fun, where you're running in transition, you got numbers, you can attack, and then make a really nice pass. And this group loves team basketball.
Right.
And so in order for us to create opportunities for that, where we're going to score at high efficiency, we got to play really good defense and then run in transition. We're constantly asking them to run because we've got talent.
Right.
When you've got talent, you can gamble at times, and so I was really proud of them. I thought in the second half when we started trying to play some bench, there's a reason. I think it's pretty obvious to anybody that it's defense. Mm-hmm. We lack when we start subbing 8, 9, 10, and that's where we just got to improve.
Right.
There's going to be nights where kids are going to be in foul trouble when we're playing against really good competition, and we got to get better defensively. And that's the hard thing for the kids and probably fans and parents to understand is we've got kids not blocking out. We were switching all ball screens, and Little should never be up. Well, Little went off in the second half because our bench could not understand, what we were trying to get accomplished defensively. That's got to change because if we're going to play fast, the guys are going to need subs.
Right.
And there's so many things that have to fall into place.
Right.
And it's not the end of the world, but it's something that we got to get better. That's the nice thing about tonight. Obviously, Attica, a small school. We're a big, to them, we're probably a big school that they play on their schedule. And we didn't take it for granted. We played hard, and we got something out of it, and we got things we got to work on. Yeah.
And you guys, going back to defense, you guys did a great job of hedging screens in the first half. And in the second half, and again, I imagine that most of that was because you were just subbing late. You kind of got away from that a little bit, and that allowed Little to kind of go off there in the second half. But anybody stand out tonight that played well for you guys? I bring up Carson Williamson. Last night hit 2 big threes in the fourth quarter. Tonight proved that he could not only knock down the outside shot, but could also dribble, drive, penetrate, and find open guys or even score himself.
Biggest thing K-Dub had a great weekend. Last night he had only 2 turnovers, and tonight he had 1. When your point guard's doing that, that's great. He had 6 assists tonight. Had something close to that last night. He was in double figures tonight. He's Mr. Comfort for us. He was getting doubled last night, and then tonight there were times he was getting pressure, and he handled it and got by. It's huge when you have a guard that can do that because we don't get worried about that. That gives us time to look at guys and communicate and talk and call a play. And I don't have to worry about my point guard. He can attack and back up and get a reset on the count. And
right.
So many little things. K-Dub had a phenomenal weekend. And the reason you don't think of him first to talk about is because we expect it out of him.
Right.
He did great this weekend. The other kid I would say stand out, and it's a weird reason, is Jesse Johnson. There wasn't a time where he shut down because he was disappointed.
Right.
He's a young kid that has really high expectations for himself, and sometimes he'll have a mental lapse where he doesn't go hard all the time, or he missed a layup the other night and he literally stopped, and we're fighting that. That's a mentality. You got to be a competitor the entire game. Do not allow adversity to change how you're playing. But I thought that was exciting to see tonight. He was more aggressive. He was looking for his shot.
Right.
Phenomenal free throw shooter. He's 8 for 9. Great passer. So he's 8 for 9 from the free throw line, 4 of 6 from the field, 16 points, 9 rebounds. That's phenomenal.
How many assists did they have him for?
They had him for 4 assists.
4 assists. Okay.
So that's great. That's what we expect. But the best part of how he played tonight was that I never felt like he had a mental letdown. He was in the game. He was talking, having fun, and we challenged him afterwards. You did that tonight, but what are you going to do against Westside next weekend when it's probably the best team that we play? You're going to have all kinds of opportunities for adversity, and you're going to get frustrated. How will you handle it then? You did great tonight, but what are you going to do against the best competition? So it'll be interesting to see. Another kid I was excited to see play well was Will Kellerman.
Yeah.
I felt like last night he got off early, good start, and then kind of forced it after that. And he was hunting. Which is, if you understand Will, he's an aggressive player. He wants to make things happen. And then tonight I thought he played well. He ended up with 17. Got hot, which was exciting to see. And in a game like this, you want to build confidence, right? And so Jesse, I felt like he was super efficient. Will was super efficient. K-Dub was super efficient. And then another kid that I thought played really well was Saunders. Defense, when we had him on Little didn't do anything. Right. As soon as we took him off or subs, things changed. So he held Bertrand last night to 5 points with 3 or 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Right. That was awesome. And so he's doing a lot of good things for us as well.
What was your message at halftime? Notice you guys were in there quite a while.
Yeah. And our guys got a little taste of it. We're at game 4, and we've been kind and patient with them. But now we're starting to get to some serious goals. County games coming up soon. Right. In 2 weeks. The best team on our schedule, probably West Side. We play next week. And then right after that, in 3 or 4 weeks, is the Sugar Creek Classic. We cannot accept mental errors, whether that's not knowing what you're doing on defense and what you're not supposed to do on offense, or a jump pass or a bad pass that just goes into the third row and hit grandma in the face. That cannot happen anymore. Right. And that's what we just drew a line in the sand. We will not accept that anymore. We got to be tougher on you guys. It'll make them better players. Right. And so we're going to start demanding that we don't have. We ended up with 13 turnovers against a team that didn't put pressure on us. That was our message at half. We cannot accept that. Right. And the challenge was for our younger guys that were going to come in and play to play well. Don't let them come back just because we made subs. Right. We knew that was going to happen. Right. But we got to push them, and we got to develop them and challenge them, and they'll come back Monday ready to go. Right.
And what are you looking forward Monday? Next Friday. Coach David Wood always has a very good team coming in. A lot of those guys are coming off a football season, very winning the state 3A championship. What do you expect from Coach David Wood's West Lafayette Red Devils next Friday night?
They're an extremely talented team. The scariest thing about it, I was talking to Dave this last summer, and he said it's the most talented team he's ever had. Not the most disciplined, but it's the most talented team he's ever had, because everybody always asks for the last 10 years, when are you getting out, Dave? When are you getting out? He's one of the top coaches, and even his record shows that as well, but he's one of the top coaches in the state, and he's excited because it's the best talent he's ever had. That's terrifying. Wow. And those kids just won a really tough 3A state championship against the Evansville Memorial that was phenomenal.
Right, who beat Chittard by like 30 points.
Yeah. So that's intimidating. Right. The nice thing, we're in a great opportunity. Right. Usually there's a letdown for athletes after you put in so much time and effort into a football season, and it's physically just tiring. And so they're not going to be at full strength, if you will. They've had a couple of games in the Journal Courier Classic. I guess it's not supported by Journal Courier anymore, but they've got a little bit dust, but they're not going to be full force like they were last year. And so I feel like it's an opportunity for us to go up against a really, really good team and give our best shot, and then just let the chips fall where they may. It's exciting. I think we're going to see some maturity happen this week against West Side. And I saw it for the first time in the Lebanon game. Lebanon game was the first game where we felt like, oh man, we got to play. They're physical. They know what they're doing. And so the guys talked about how we had to talk. I think that it's going to up our game a little bit. which is exciting. Again, West Side at that point, with them being a great team, will prepare us for County and Sugar Creek Classic coming up.
Yep, exactly. You have North Montgomery the following Friday, so that'll definitely help for that too.
Yep.
So, all right, awesome, Coach Pierce. Appreciate you coming up.
Yes, thank you
coming
guys.
Appreciate it
as always.
Improving to 3-1 on the season, 1-0 in the conference. Excellent job by your guys, and I know just by having conversations with you throughout the years, this is the year you've been looking forward to for a long time, and you have a lot of talent up and down your program.
Yeah, we're really excited. There isn't much of a weak link, and it's a hard thing to do for kids to understand that because it's so competitive. Your margin of error is minimal,
right?
But at the same time, man, what a fun situation to be in.
Right, you have younger guys pushing older guys, and
Absolutely.
vice versa, and it's going to be
that's how you get better.
Exactly, you guys are going to do good things. So, Coach, again, appreciate you coming up, and Crawfordsville improving to 3-1 with a 64-50 win over the Attica Red Ramblers. They will host West Lafayette here next Friday. I'm assuming we'll have that on the Athenians YouTube network. So, again, for Mike Schubert, Justin Duggar, and Coach Rhett Welliver, and Coach David Pierce, I'm Scott Smith telling you thank you for tuning in tonight. Have a great rest of your weekend. Go Athenians, and God bless.